last year when Jose was our president, we started a massive reform around sort of democracy in the union, and one of the sort of discussion was to remove manifestos. And what was quite interesting about removing manifestos that other unions have been considering for quite a while is because actually when a individual, so for example if you take my case, the promises that I made in my manifesto when I ran for VP Services and Communication were based on my own experience, based about my interaction with some individuals, the fact that I had worked for Sub-Zero, but especially that actually we don't have the right experience to be able to make commitments because we have actually very little information about sort of how the union works and how the university works. And I think it's fine. But on the other hand, one of the things that we really wanted was actually we didn't want the work of the unions to only be shaped by the voice of 7 students. We wanted the voice of the union to be shaped and the work of the union to be shaped by every single student. And I think this is why we decided to sort of remove manifestos and introduce the Big Five, so that actually through the Big Five, thousands of students would be able to come forward and say actually, as a student at the University of Essex, those are the things that I would like the union to focus on my behalf and work on. So in terms of current sabbatical officers, I think personally, from my opinion, that it's absolutely brilliant to see current sabbatical officers rerun for the office. One of the struggles that all unions have around the country is consistency. So obviously when you look at other charities or other organisations, you've got consistency with people who work there for 5-10 years, so on and so forth. Whereas we're in a scenario where actually people that lead the organisation are only there for a year. So actually having sabbatical officers rerun for another position or the positions that they've had, I think is brilliant in the sense that actually they have the experience, they have the training, they have interacted with the university, they have interacted with the union, they have interacted with students, and really actually they have the right skill sets, they have the right experience to be able to deliver on that job. I think what's quite important when you look, for example, the candidates this year, a lot of the candidates are absolutely brilliant things. One of the things that we're talking about is actually, yes, I'll hold my hand up, I don't have a lot of experience, but actually none of us ever had a lot of experience. You've never had a sabbatical officers come in who knew everything and everything about their subject. Actually, it's brilliant to see candidates hold their hand up and being honest with students. They're saying, actually, as a student myself, I've got experience through, for example, if you take the VP experience role, through my involvement in society, sports teams, V teams, employability. But actually, it's the drive that is important. It's actually that ability of wanting to shape the future of the union, the ability of actually being passionate, being able to sort of defend the ideas of students both to the union, so that the union will actually focus the work and the effort on what truly matters for students, but equally bring that passion, that drive to the university. So I think that this unique experience obviously is a benefit for individuals that are rerunning for a position, but like any situation, because they have a year of experience that they can defend, so they can bring forward the experience that they've had, they can bring forward the wins that they've had. But I think more importantly, around sort of debate, one of the things that we truly wanted to represent is actually students to be able to vote on someone's experience rather than someone's idea. And that individuals, when they put ideas forward, don't know if they will be able to deliver on it. Rather, when you only sell your experience, your skills, the interaction that you've had with people, it means that students can truly recognise people that have this drive, this passion to bring the union forward, rather than votes on manifestos on which they have very little ideas if those people are going to deliver.